Ladies and gents, welcome back to The Random. It's your host, Smallwood Worldwide. We're back again with another video, and today we're going to do an episode of Retro Tech. Now, inside of this bag is my 2008 MacBook Pro. This is the original bag. It came in from Apple, of course. And we're just going to take a quick look around and see how things still look many years later here. To be specific, about 15 years later. So let's dive into it here. Now, I'm going to open this up. As you can see, let's take a look at what we got. Again, Apple quality of bags hasn't changed, still high quality. Let's get that out the way. This is the original power brick here that kind of came with it. As you notice, kind of beat up, but you definitely know this is archaic technology at this point, but it still does work. One of the original MagSafes. See if we can get this off here. There we are. Look at that. Absolutely amazing, and still holds up. So let's put that back together because you know we're gonna have to have this plugged in to turn it on. But for now, let's set it to the side. This is the 2008 MacBook Pro. Now, if you just look at this, you're like, oh, not all too different from now, until you turn around and look at some of the connectors there. Again, old school SD card, little USB-A charging ports, nice. Now, this is when you had to have, ladies and gents, a DVD to kind of upload and upgrade to the latest and greatest software. So this is not something you would find on a modern MacBook or MacBook Pro. For this MacBook Pro, this was the norm. Let's go ahead and open this up, take a look. Now, if you notice, I'm missing an enter button. And guess what? It's been almost 16 years, I expect that to be, but the trackpad is still in relatively very good condition. The screen itself is nice and glossy still. I like how that looks. The camera is still there. Let's go ahead and move that out so you can see it. There it is. There's the camera. So, and if you look closely, you still get MacBook Pro. Still very, very nice. So let's go ahead and take a look. That clasp there, it's very, very thick. And I will tell you, this is really heavy. We're not going to do specs, but you know what we are going to do? We're going to try to turn this thing on here. So we're going to hop out for a second and we'll be right back. Ladies and gents, we're back. As you can see, we are attempting to turn on this 2008 MacBook Pro. Look at what you get. Nice high quality screen there. It is going to be a bit slow here. So let's just see one more moment. A little bit of magic. We were able to get it up and running. Let's try to enter our password and see what we get. We'll be right back. All right, ladies and gents, guess what? We have it up and running. If you take a look here, this is a 2008 MacBook Pro. Once again, for retro tech, not bad. Let's look at some of those old icons there. If you look down here, you got your Finder. You had Mission Control, which is throwback. You had Launchpad, the App Store, which we are absolutely not going to try to open at this point. You have the dashboard. You had Mail, which I thought it was pretty cool. They had it in the form of a stamp. You had the old school version of iMessage, which was pretty great. FaceTime, Contacts, Safari, Photos, Calendar. You had iMovie, the old school movie star sign there. Walk of Fame status. We have iTunes, Books, GarageBand, Keynote, Pages, Time Machine. So some of you may not be familiar with Time Machine. Time Machine is kind of where you used to do a lot of heavy lifting in terms of saves and keeping everything aligned. Think of it as iCloud before iCloud. Of course, numbers, activity monitor, and maps. And of course, a DVD player, because guess what? This thing was really great for watching DVDs. Get some files, documents, and of course, trash, but we're not going to go into that. Let's actually go here. Let's take a look if we are able to go into Launchpad. I can't promise any of this is going to work, but we're going to certainly try. And we've clicked on some things there and it is not necessarily taking, but again, this is 2008 tech. This is absolutely amazing. Let's go ahead and take a look here while that rainbow is spinning. As you see in the back, you get that iconic glowing apple, which is phenomenal. As you see, can't verify the identity. Yup, that's okay. We don't want to open iTunes. Just trying to see if we can get one of these other items to launch. If any of this launches, to be honest, it'd be no small minor miracle. But as you can see, the screen quality is still top tier. So Apple's design has always been second to none. If you notice really close here, let's go ahead and bring that down. There's a small dent that I have into it. So again, it took minimal damage over the years. So I generally take really good care of my tech. And this was one of those things. So again, I'm not upset about it at all. I think it is really great. And again, for a 2008 MacBook Pro, you really couldn't beat it. The keys are backlit. You won't be able to tell because, you know, I have the lights kind of turned up in here, but if I turn them down a bit, actually, let's see if we can do that. I'm curious if they're still backlit. And as it turns out, these keys are not backlit anymore. So there you go. Missing enter button at some point. I'm sure this went out, so we're not worried about that. Let's go ahead and get this out of here. And if you notice anything, it takes 1,000 years to get something done. We're gonna pause this video and come wrap it up. As you can see here, ladies and gents, these are the old school widgets. I had ESPN, calculator, weather, clock, little old school translate action going on there. And this, I don't know what that was, but as you can see, it was very efficient using a MacBook Pro back in the day. Once again, 2008 MacBook Pro. I just thought it'd be pretty cool to kind of break this out a bit and show that it still does turn on. However, again, as you can see, the clock is wrong. It's all over the place here. Little dictionary action there. Listen, if you have an Apple product, this is the reason why you have them. Again, top tier tech from over a decade ago. I'm not complaining. I think it's something to hold on to. It's an icon. Ladies and gents, that is it for our retro tech episode here. It's all over the place. It's fun. It's messy. But more importantly, it's Apple. And it still works to a degree. Hit me up in the comments. Let me know what you think. Don't forget, of course, to like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe to the channel because we got a lot of modern tech coming. And we'll see you again sooner than you think on a new edition of The Random. Peace.